Welcome back to the Man Cave. I'm Reed, and this is Man Cave Guitar Pedal Mania. So, this is my first video of 2021, so Happy New Year everyone. I'm glad you're still with me. I know I'm a little late to the party, but while I was gone, I saw that the channel hit 1,000 subscribers. For me, that is a huge milestone, and I thought I should put out a video both to thank everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I hope that you continue to stick with me this year, and also to give a bit of a kind of a state of the channel address. So I learned a lot in 2020 about this channel. They were things that honestly I didn't really expect. Let me start with just a recap of why I started the channel and kind of my definition of success. Now, I love watching guitar videos on YouTube. But frankly, I got tired of watching guys noodle around on different guitars and pedals. You need some sound samples, obviously, if you're dealing with a musical instrument. But there were a lot of times where I would watch a professional on YouTube demonstrate a product, and I'd get it home and try it myself, and it doesn't sound anything like it did on the demonstration, because I'm not that player. So I decided all I really need out of a demo is enough to give me an idea of some of the capabilities of the pedal, and it's enough to make me think, yeah, I'd have fun with that, or no, I don't think I would have fun with that. Because again, I'm just a home player. I'm not even in a band. I had some friends that I jammed with that all kind of went by the wayside due to the pandemic. I hope to get it going in the later part of 2021. We'll see how that works out. But I love guitars and I love guitar pedals. And I thought I could represent the hobbyist, the home player, the person who just plays for their own enjoyment. And maybe that would give me a different perspective on equipment. I'm a huge fan of guys like Danish Pete and Pete Thorne and Rabia Masad. Those guys are phenomenal players and they do great demos. But they're professionals. I can't play as well as they do. I don't produce as well as they do. So I don't sound slick and polished, multi-layered tracks and drum tracks and bass tracks. And, Pete Thorne will compose a minute and a half of original music for every demo. I think that is amazing. And if you add up all the demos that he's done, that makes him a very prolific writer. But I don't really write music. I play other people's music because it's just what I enjoy doing. So I wanted to bring a hobbyist's perspective. Plus, I enjoy building guitars. Probably half of the guitars I own are guitars that I built myself. Doing projects, well, anybody who's a project person knows it's very fulfilling to get something at the end of a project. In my case, a playable musical instrument. Some of them have not been great. Some of them are phenomenal. But mostly it's the journey. And when I decided to do videos of the journey, I discovered that it's my guitar demonstrations and my guitar builds that almost 10 to 1 have been viewed by people more than my pedal demos. Now, I've built a lot of kits, but I'm still learning. People sometimes give very constructive feedback on the build videos, and I appreciate that because I'm not a luthier. I'm just a retired guy who loves guitars, and I have some skills. I took a class in guitar building. I can do the basics. I go to a local luthier when I think there's something that either I can't do myself or I just don't want to mess with. I want to get back into painting. I have painted guitars. Lately I've been doing stains and oils. I have some problems with my lungs. Guitar paint, which is really just car paint, is very toxic. And it's not easy to work with at home. But I will probably do some painting projects. But there are some unexpected difficulties in doing a channel that's devoted to guitar projects. Now again, I just got 1,000 subscribers, and I am thrilled with 1,000 subscribers. It's phenomenal, more than I ever expected to get. but I'm not an influencer. Nobody sends me product. Nobody cares if I endorse their product. My video for the Wilkinson S-Style kit got more than 50,000 views, and that's like a factor of 100 higher than my next best viewed video. Well, except for the other videos in the Wilkinson S series. StewMac doesn't care that I made that video. You know, they get that much on the latest file that they put out. They're not going to be sending me product. So when I do a kit, I have to buy that myself. And if you're consistently putting $300, $400, $500 into a kit, that adds up into real money pretty quickly. Now, I had been restricting myself to a pedal a month. And yeah, you can spend a lot of money on pedals. But guitars are even more than that. So I can't do the guitar builds as often as I do pedal reviews. But I'm going to try and keep a mix of things going where I'm talking about pedals, especially because I like to cover weird pedals. The only kind of mass market pedal I tried was the JHS Paul Gilbert pedal. Got a lot of hate on that one because I said I thought it was too noisy, and you know what? I still think it's too noisy. That is a noisy pedal. Now, it sounds fine if you're playing through it at loud volumes, but it adds a lot of noise to my circuit. And, you know, people occasionally are like, well, that's just your setup. I'm like, yeah, so? It's the only setup I have. What do I care if it's less noisy through somebody else's setup? Speaking of which, I have made some changes. I replaced, I still have my Supro head, I love it, but I just wanted to do something a little different. So I got out my other, what were previously my backup amplifiers, a Brent Hinds Signature Terror from Orange, and a Yamaha TRH-100 HD. I'm running those into my Yamaha TRH cabinet. I had originally planned to use a different cabinet for the Orange, but you know what? Even if you don't like modeling amplifiers like this Yamaha, that is a fantastic sounding cabinet. We'll get into that in some other videos. So now my pedal board is going straight into the front of the Orange. I mostly play it on the clean channel. Frankly, I just got a Brent Hinds because I like buying signature gear over plain gear. You know, you can get the regular Terror or the Brent Hinds Terror. So I got the Brent Hinds. But it's got a great, very warm, clean channel. And then I get all of my dirt from pedals. So I'll be doing more videos on pedals. I have a lot of stuff I haven't gone through. I still hope to do some more complicated videos. I keep saying one of these days I'm going to do a video on MIDI guitar effects for absolute beginners. And that's so ambitious for someone like me, that project, that I just keep putting it off. But maybe 2021 will be the year. I want to do a video on the TC Electronics Plethora X5. They finally updated that thing to where it's what it always should have been from release. And now it's a great pedal. I was really annoyed at it for about 6 months, but now it's a fantastic product. And there are lots of other things that I hope to go over. But now those are going to be the spice. And I think the main dish is going to be guitar projects, because that appears to be what people want to see. I can't do unlimited guitar projects. I just don't have that kind of money. But I'll do as many as I can. Now, I'm in the middle of a project on that Glary Strat, and sadly I injured my shoulder and foot, and I can't get out to the shop right now, and it's just, it is what it is. It's going to be a while before I can get back out there, but I will get back to that one. I'm going to be scalloping that neck, and when I'm functional again, I'll get back to doing guitar projects. So I hope that you stick with me until then. I've got a lot of other videos on the channel. I'll be getting out some, I said some pedal demos, even though those aren't particularly popular. And I was super proud of my, distortion A to Z video. So check it out. Maybe there's a pedal in there that you'd like to see what it sounds like. So anyway, everybody, thank you very much for spending time with me in 2020. I hope that you'll stick with me in 2021. I could not be happier to have you here, and I hope to see you in the next video. So until then, I've been Reed, and this is Man Cave Guitar Pedal Mania.